This is the graph for humidity and temperature. In field 1, we have declared the humidity variable, and field 2, temperature variable. And these two data, we are getting it from NodeMCU. The NodeMCU gets the data from Arduino Uno board. Because humidity and temperature sensor is connected to Arduino Uno board, Arduino Uno board will send the data to the NodeMCU, and from NodeMCU, the data is coming to the ThingSpeak. In this experiment, I am interfacing DHT11 humidity temperature sensor with Arduino Uno board, and I'll collect the data in Arduino Uno board. And after collecting data in Arduino Uno board, the same data, humidity and temperature, I'm sending it to NodeMCU through the serial monitor. And since the NodeMCU has got a Wi-Fi module, inbuilt Wi-Fi module, I am able to connect it to Wi-Fi network. So from NodeMCU, the humidity and temperature data, I'm sending it to ThingSpeak to visualize in the graphical manner. For this, I have given the title as Smart Environmental Monitoring with Arduino Uno, NodeMCU, and ThingSpeak. So in this experiment, the humidity sensor positive terminal is connected to VCC pin, and negative terminal is connected to ground pin, and the middle one is output pin. The output pin is connected to pin number 2 of Arduino Uno. And since to send data from Arduino Uno to NodeMCU, I am using pin number 5 and 6. And pin number 5 is connected to TX pin of NodeMCU, and pin number 6 is connected to RX pin of NodeMCU. And a very important thing, the ground pin of NodeMCU must be connected to ground pin of Arduino Uno. Now, I'll explain how to do the coding for Arduino Uno. So first you should do the coding for Arduino Uno to get the humidity and temperature from the DHT11 sensor. And after that, we should do coding for NodeMCU to collect the data from Arduino Uno to NodeMCU. And from NodeMCU, we will send the data to ThingSpeak. This is an Arduino Uno code. Here we are including a DHT library file. So how to include DHT library file? Go to Sketch, include library, manage library. In that you type DHT11. So go down here. I have installed DHT11 by Adafruit. That I'll show you. See, DHT11 sensor library by Adafruit I have already installed. So you also install it before uploading the code. And I'm connecting the output pin of DHT sensor to the pin number 2 of Arduino Uno that you define in pin number 2. And you should define what type of DHT sensor you are using, because we have got DHT11 and DHT12 also. In the DHT type, you declare it as DHT11. And since you are sending data from Arduino Uno to NodeMCU using pin number 5 and 6, you should define it. It is no need to install the library file for software serial, because it is inbuilt into the NodeMCU. But for Arduino Uno board, it is not by default installed. So you should install software serial.h. This library file also you should install in Arduino Uno board. Then after declaring pin number 5 and 6, so we will write to which pin the DHT sensor is connected and what is the type of the DHT sensor. And we are giving the baud rate 115200. And after that, we'll read the data, that is read humidity dst dot read humidity in humidity variable, and dst dot temperature in temperature variable, that we are going to print it on serial monitor, humidity and temperature. Okay. So after getting all these things, humidity in percentage and temperature in degrees Celsius, so we are able, we will collect this data in a variable string. So before that, we will write the data is coming from Arduino, and the humidity is just you can see it in a serial monitor, humidity, and the variable name is humidity, and similarly temperature is equal to temperature colon, and the variable name is temperature. So this is all about the coding of Arduino Uno board. And before uploading the code, you should select the board. So I have selected the board Arduino Uno. In Arduino AVR board, you select the Arduino Uno board and select the port. The port selected is COM3. And before uploading the program, you should disconnect the NodeMCU serial port, and that is TX-RX pin with the Arduino Uno board. And then you upload the program. So after selecting this, you upload the program. So I'll close the serial monitor, and now I'll upload the program. Okay, so the uploading compiling is done, and now it is the uploading is also done. This is all about Arduino Uno code. Now I'll explain NodeMCU code and how to upload it. This is NodeMCU code. Here, since it has got the Wi-Fi inbuilt Wi-Fi module, you should include the library file esp8266 wi-fi.h. And since we want to send the data from NodeMCU to ThingSpeak, you should include ThingSpeak.h. So how to include these two library file, I'll show you now. Go to Sketch, include library, manage library. Here you type ThingSpeak. So ThingSpeak by MathWork. So I have already installed it. So you should also install it. So after installation, you write your network credential, Wi-Fi credential, SSID and password. And you have to write your channel number, ThingSpeak channel number. I'll show you how to create the channel in ThingSpeak and how to copy the channel number. And here you copy the API key also. And after that, use the same baud rate which you have used for Arduino Uno board. Same baud rate you should use. And now we want we will get the data from Arduino Uno board to NodeMCU. So you should check whether serial data serial is port is available or not. If it is available, and then you should read the string until you get a new line. Then you just print as received data. So the what data you are receiving, humidity and temperature, that you print it in your serial monitor. So after that, we have two important lines here. Humidity is equal to data substring data dot index of humidity plus 10 temperature to float. And at the same way, this also. So these two lines, the data dot index of humidity plus 10, this part up to this part finds the index of the substring humidity. This is the substring humidity in the received data and adds 10 to it. So this is done to skip the characters. So humidity is equal to and start extracting the actual numerical value. And the next data dot index of temperature is equal to. This part finds the index of the substring temperature in the received data, and this is used as the end index for extracting the humidity value. So this is about these two lines. And next is data dot substring. So this line this will extract the substring from the received data starting from the index calculated from this first step. Okay, and then to float. So this will convert the extracted substring, which represents the humidity value, to the float point number. So in the similar way, the second line extracts the substring representing the temperature value from the received data and converts it into floating point number. So these two lines assumes that the received data has a specific format where the humidity value is preceded by humidity and temperature value is preceded by temperature. So if your data format is different, you may need to adjust these lines accordingly. So in this way, we extract the data from the from the Arduino Uno board to NodeMCU. After that, we are going to type humidity and temperature. Humidity in percentage and temperature in degrees Celsius. So after that, we are going to write this value in channel number, in my channel number in ThingSpeak, in the field 1 as humidity with my write API key, and in the same way in my channel with the same channel number in field 2, I'm going to send the temperature value using my write API key. And after that, I'll print data sent to the ThingSpeak. So if it is not, data is not available, and if it is not possible to send to the ThingSpeak, and it will print the message as errors sending data to the ThingSpeak. So before uploading the program, you remove the TX RX pin of NodeMCU and then select the board. Select the board as NodeMCU 1.0 ESP12E model, and the port as COM9. Then you upload the program. So how to upload the program? Click on this, it will upload. So I have already, after clicking this, my program is already uploaded 100%. Now I'll open the serial monitor. So now nothing is displayed here. Now I'll connect my Arduino Uno board with NodeMCU using pin number 5 and 6 of Arduino Uno board to TX-RX pin of NodeMCU. Now I connected the TX and RX pin to pin number 5 and 6 of Arduino Uno board. I am getting the data from Arduino Uno board, receives the data and humidity and temperature. Humidity is 77 and temperature is 27.6. Now I'll show you how to copy the channel ID and how to copy the write API key from the ThingSpeak, that I'll show you. So how to create a channel in a ThingSpeak, that I have already done in a video, and I'll share that link in the description box. So before copying the channel ID and write API key, first you go through that video, you will come to know that how to create a channel and how to copy the channel number and how to create the field, everything you will come to know that. After that, you can use this video to send the data from NodeMCU to ThingSpeak. Click on Google Chrome. Type here ThingSpeak. Click on that. So before that, you should do registration for a ThingSpeak. I have already done registration, and how to do register for ThingSpeak, that I have already done in video, and you can go through that. So you come here. we should create a new channel now. Click on new channel. Give the name THT11 with Arduino Uno and NodeMCU. So you can write description here. In field 1, type humidity. And to enter into field 2, you should tick on this box. Then now you can write temperature. Then just save it. Save the channel. So after saving this channel, so you should copy your channel ID and paste it in your program where I said, and click on API key. So copy this right API key and paste it in a program where I said. So these 2 steps you should take care. So after that, from NodeMCU, how the data comes into the ThingSpeak, I'll show you now. So in this way, I am getting the graph in field 1 and field 2. This is field 1 chart. Humidity value is coming in the form of a graph, and this is field 2 value. The temperature is coming. So we are getting this data from NodeMCU, but NodeMCU is getting the data from Arduino Uno because a DHT11 sensor is connected to Arduino Uno board. In this experiment, we are interfacing Arduino Uno with NodeMCU. The purpose is we want to send the data which is collected from DHT sensor which is connected to Arduino Uno board, that we want to send it to NodeMCU, and the sent data we can see it in serial monitor which is connected to the NodeMCU. This is DHT11 sensor. It has got 3 pins. VCC pin, the first pin is VCC, green one. Middle one is out pin, and the last one is ground pin. The ground pin of DHT sensor is connected to ground pin of Arduino Uno board, and the VCC of DHT sensor, it is connected to 5 volts pin of Arduino Uno board, and out pin of DHT sensor, it is connected to pin number 4 of Arduino Uno. So this here you can change the pin. We have used in our program pin number 4. Next, for serial communication, we are connecting pin number 5 of Arduino Uno board, pin number 5, yellow wire. So pin number 5, it is connected to TX pin of Arduino Uno, that is TX pin, third pin, TX pin of Arduino Uno. And next pin number 6 is connected to receiver pin of Arduino. So this is the connection. And one thing we should do, remember, we should do common ground between NodeMCU and Arduino Uno board. The NodeMCU ground is connected to Arduino Uno ground. This is very, very important. If you don't connect the ground pin, so your NodeMCU board may get damaged. So to avoid that, you should connect ground of this to ground of Arduino Uno. So we are reading humidity and temperature sensor from Arduino Uno board because DHT sensor is connected to Arduino Uno board, and the data of humidity and temperature it is coming from Arduino. You can check it in serial monitor. It's coming from Arduino. So humidity and temperature. This is the graph for humidity and temperature. In field 1, we have declared the humidity variable, and field 2, temperature variable. And these 2 data, we are getting it from NodeMCU. The NodeMCU gets the data from Arduino Uno board. Because humidity and temperature sensor is connected to Arduino Uno board, Arduino Uno board will send the data to the NodeMCU, and from NodeMCU, the data is coming to the ThingSpeak.